Hey there, space fans. Remember the last time we landed on the moon? It was 1972. A long time ago, right? Well, get ready, because we're going back. And this time we're staying. That's right, folks. We're building a permanent base on the moon. It's a huge mission, a team effort between NASA and SpaceX. And guess what? They're using a spaceship called Starship to get it done. This ain't your grandpappy's Apollo mission. This is the future of space exploration. We're talking about living and working on another world. Imagine that. The moon is about to get a whole lot more interesting. Starship is one special bird. Imagine a spaceship so versatile it can fly you to the moon and then transform into your lunar home. That's Starship. It's a two-for-one deal. SpaceX engineers are geniuses for designing this thing. First, Starship acts as a transporter. It will haul astronauts and all their gear to the moon. Think of it as a giant moving truck. But once it lands, Starship gets a whole new job. It unfolds and expands. Like a transformer, it becomes a habitat. A home away from home. Pretty cool, huh? Now, the Starship going to the moon isn't exactly the same as the one you see blasting off to orbit. While they share the same name and some core design principles, the version heading to the moon has been specially adapted for its unique mission. It's called the Human Landing System, or HLS. This version of the Starship has been meticulously engineered to meet the specific demands of lunar exploration. Think of it as the moon-ready version. Unlike its Earth-orbiting counterpart, the HLS Starship is tailored for the harsh and unique environment of the moon. For starters, the HLS Starship is missing some things. These omissions aren't oversights, but deliberate design choices. It doesn't need a heat shield. Unlike the Starship that returns to Earth, the HLS Starship will remain in space or on the lunar surface. Why? Because it won't be flying back through Earth's atmosphere. The heat shield, essential for re-entry, is unnecessary for a spacecraft that will stay in the moon's vicinity. Also, no need for those fancy flaps on the sides. These aerodynamic surfaces are crucial for maneuvering through Earth's atmosphere, but redundant in the vacuum of space. It'll be landing on the moon, not an airport runway. The moon's lack of atmosphere means the landing dynamics are entirely different. One more thing, this Starship is all decked out in white. This isn't just for aesthetics, it's a functional choice. That's to reflect the sun's heat and keep the astronauts nice and cool. The moon's surface can get extremely hot when exposed to the sun, and the white coating helps manage this heat. It's like wearing light clothes on a sunny day. Just as we wear light-colored clothing to stay cool, the white exterior of the HLS Starship serves a similar purpose, ensuring the spacecraft remains at a manageable temperature for its crew. So, we've got our ride and our home, but where are we going on the moon? The answer is Shackleton Crater. It's at the moon's south pole. Why Shackleton? Well, for one, it gets a lot of sunlight, and that means lots of power for our solar panels. Another reason, scientists think there might be water ice hidden in the crater's shadows. And water, my friends, is liquid gold in space. We can use it for drinking, growing food, and even making rocket fuel. Talk about a prime location. Section 5. Building a home on the moon. Landing on the moon is just the first step. It's a monumental achievement, but it's only the beginning of a much larger and more complex mission. The real challenge lies in establishing a sustainable human presence on the lunar surface. Next comes the hard part, setting up camp. This isn't just about pitching a tent. It's about creating a livable environment in one of the most inhospitable places known to humanity. The lunar surface is harsh, with extreme temperatures and no atmosphere to speak of. 2 starships will touch down on the lunar surface. These spacecrafts are not just for transportation. They are integral to the construction process. One will carry the crew, the brave pioneers who will call the moon their home for the duration of the mission. The other Starship is packed with everything needed to build a home. This includes tools, building materials, life support systems, and all the essentials for daily living. Imagine moving into a new house, but instead of a moving truck, you have a spaceship. Think of it as the ultimate moving day. Every piece of equipment and supply has to be carefully unloaded and transported across the lunar surface. This is a meticulous process, requiring precision and coordination. Once the cargo Starship is down, it's time for the robots to get to work. These robots are the unsung heroes of the mission, designed to handle the heavy lifting and construction tasks that would be too dangerous or difficult for humans. These aren't your average factory robots. They are equipped with advanced technology, capable of performing complex tasks with high precision. They can operate in the harsh lunar environment, where traditional machinery would fail. These are space-age bots, specially designed for lunar construction. They can handle everything from assembling habitats to laying down infrastructure. Their versatility and durability make them indispensable for the mission. They'll carefully position the Starship horizontally, kind of like laying it on its side. This is a crucial step as it transforms the spacecraft from a vehicle into a building. The horizontal position allows for easier access and more efficient use of space. Then, they'll get busy removing any leftover propellant, installing insulation, and creating walls and floors. This process is akin to renovating a house, but on a much larger and more complex scale. The goal? To transform that empty shell into a comfortable, functional living and working space. This involves not just construction, but also ensuring that the habitat is safe and sustainable for long-term human occupation. The interior will be designed to provide all the comforts of home, from sleeping quarters to workstations. Every detail is carefully planned to maximize efficiency and comfort in the limited space available. They'll even cover the Starship with lunar dirt. This might seem like an odd choice, but it's actually a brilliant solution for protection. That's for extra protection against meteoroids and radiation. The lunar surface is constantly bombarded by tiny meteoroids and exposed to high levels of radiation. The layer of lunar dirt acts as a shield, safeguarding the habitat and its inhabitants. Talk about a fixer-upper lunar style. This ambitious project is a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Building a home on the moon is no small feat, but with the right technology and teamwork, it's a dream that's becoming a reality. Section 6. Living on the moon, air, water, food, and power. Living on the moon is no walk in the park. It's a harsh environment. No air to breathe, no water to drink, and no grocery stores. The moon's surface is a barren, desolate place with temperatures that can swing from boiling hot to freezing cold. The lack of atmosphere means there's no protection from harmful solar radiation or micrometeorites. It's a place where survival is a constant challenge. But don't worry, we've got that covered. Our team of scientists and engineers have been working tirelessly to develop the technology needed to sustain human life on the moon. From advanced life support systems to innovative habitat designs, we've thought of everything. Remember all that sunlight at Shackleton Crater? This crater, located near the moon's south pole, is almost perpetually bathed in sunlight. This makes it an ideal location for harnessing solar energy. We'll use it to power our base with solar panels. These solar panels will convert sunlight into electricity, providing a reliable and renewable source of power for our lunar habitat. This energy will be used to run all the systems necessary for our survival, from life support to communication. For water, we'll tap into those potential ice deposits. Scientists believe that there are significant amounts of ice trapped in the permanently shadowed regions of the moon's poles. By extracting and purifying this ice, we can provide a steady supply of water for drinking, cooking, and hygiene. And for air, we'll literally make it from the moon dust. The lunar regolith, or moon dust, contains oxygen that can be extracted through a chemical process. This oxygen can then be used to create breathable air for our astronauts. NASA has already tested this technology. Pretty amazing, right? These tests have shown that it's possible to produce oxygen from lunar materials, paving the way for sustainable living on the moon. And what about food? We'll grow our own, of course. Inside the Starship habitat, we'll have a special garden using hydroponics. This method allows us to grow plants without soil, using nutrient-rich water instead. This system is incredibly efficient and can produce a variety of crops, from leafy greens to tomatoes. The controlled environment of the habitat ensures that the plants get exactly what they need to thrive. That means growing plants without soil. This not only saves space, but also reduces the weight of the supplies we need to bring from Earth. Plus, it allows us to recycle water and nutrients, making the system even more sustainable. So, fresh veggies all year round. Imagine biting into a crisp, fresh salad while looking out at the lunar landscape. It's not just about survival. It's about thriving and enjoying life on the moon. With these innovations, we're not just visiting the moon, we're making it our new home. Section 7. Staying connected, Starlink on the moon. Being millions of miles from Earth can be lonely, but don't worry, the astronauts will have a lifeline to the rest of us. SpaceX's Starlink satellite internet will provide high-speed internet to the lunar base. That means crystal clear video calls with family back home, streaming the latest shows with maybe a little lag, and staying connected with mission control 24/7. No more crackly radio signals. With Starlink, it'll be like having high-speed internet right here on Earth. Section 8. Inside Starship, your lunar home. So, what's it like inside a Starship habitat? Picture this. Multiple levels, all connected with ladders and stairs. It's like a futuristic lunar apartment complex. Downstairs, you've got the warehouse, the research lab, and mission control. Upstairs, there's the dining area, the gym, gotta stay in shape, and the sleeping quarters. And of course, no lunar home would be complete without a giant window offering breathtaking views of the lunar landscape. Talk about a room with a view. Section 9. A new chapter in human history. We're on the verge of something truly historic. A permanent human presence on the moon. This is bigger than just planting a flag. It's about expanding our horizons, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and inspiring future generations. The Starship moon base is just the beginning. It's a stepping stone to even greater things, like missions to Mars and beyond. So buckle up, everyone. The future of space exploration is about to get real.